Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ayush. This is a series for JavaScript, and we will cover everything from scratch about JavaScript, how we can run it in browsers, how we can use it to add interactivity to our applications, and how and why even JavaScript exists. So let's start with what is even is JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language that was designed to add interactivity to our web applications. In older times, we were using HTML and CSS to design our web pages, and there was no JavaScript. So adding interactivity was to a website was a very tough task. Then JavaScript was introduced, and we started building using web applications using JavaScript, and here we are. JavaScript was developed. Let's search it. When was it developed? JavaScript was developed in May 1995, and as you can see, it was created to add interactivity to our web pages. It was created by Breton Eek, if I am pronouncing it right. So JavaScript is a programming language that is used to add interactivity to our web application. Why are we learning JavaScript? JavaScript is a widely used programming language all over the industry for various tasks. When JavaScript was newly introduced, we were only using it for adding interactivity to our web applications. But now we can even use JavaScript to create our servers and backend systems using JavaScript and many more use cases. So that is the main reason we can learn JavaScript, and we can get a high paying job using JavaScript. So let's start. First, we have to set up an environment to run JavaScript code on our system. For that, we need Node.js. Node.js is a framework that was built on top of V8 engine that was developed by Chrome. So when we run browsers use a engine, Chromium based browsers mainly, because there are some browsers like Firefox that use other systems. uh, so mainly Chromium based browsers use V8 engine that was developed by Google to process the data that is coming to the browser and everything, the system complexities, etc. of the browsers that browser can handle. Node.js was developed by sorry, we should write founder Ryan Dahl. In 1985, who is best known for creating JavaScript. So he is the one who created Node.js. So he take out the V8 engine from our Chrome browser, and he created Node.js, another program that can compile, not specifically compile, that can run JavaScript code specifically without needing a browser. It's like a browser without a screen. So we can even create web servers using Node.js, and there are many other implementations of something like Node.js. There is something called Hono.js. This one, Hono.js, is also created by the founder of Node.js, and it was created to solve different problems rather than Node.js. And there are many other implementation. Bun.js is also one of them. But for the sake of simplicity, and we are just starting out, we are using something stable and that is used all over the world for many years, and that is Node.js. So to start developing with Node.js, we have to first set up our Node.js environment in our system. For that, we need to install Node.js in our system. One of the ways to install it, one of the many ways to install it, is using the official Node.js website. You can go through this link, I will add it in the description, and you can download it from here. When you will download it, you will download a setup. Very easy setup, that will be just next, and the framework will be installed in your system. When it is installed, you have to go to your terminal, PowerShell, CMD, or anything that you have in your system. If you are on Mac, you have to go to your terminal. If you are Windows, you have to go to PowerShell or terminal like this if you are on Windows 11, and you have to run a command called node dash v. If you see something like this output, something number in our output, that means Node.js is installed in your system, and this is the version of the Node.js that is installed currently. And there is another thing called npm, and in the similar way you can check if it is installed in your system. Npm comes packaged with Node.js, so you don't need to install it, it will install automatically. So what is npm now? Npm stands for Node Package Manager. Node Package Manager. What does this even mean? So let's search about it. npm. So it says, step up from npm, take your JavaScript to top notch, and bring the best of open source to you. So npm is like Play Store, but for packages of for JavaScript language. What we what we use npm for is when we create a web application. For example, you are creating a calculator. Okay, so you are creating a calculator. I'm assuming you are not that good in creating web application. You are just starting out, a beginner, so you don't know how we can create or implement a calculator in any language. So to create a calculator, we need to do different operations. Some of it might be adding a number to another number. Some of it might be subtracting, and we have to show it to a screen that will be connected to the calculator. We can do it by ourselves, or we can do we can do it from the scratch in our language, or we can use any package from Node Package Manager to handle some task for you, to make it easy for us to implement that calculator. So Node Package Manager is like a Play Store that will give you some applications or more like packages to install in your system and then use more likely your project and use it to build your project in a better way. So that is Node Package Manager. We will learn more about it as we go. And Node Package Manager is installed directly when you installed Node.js, so no need to use it. No need to do anything about this. Then if our environment is set up, then we need to write code now. Easy. So for first we have to create a directory from in our create a new file more likely to our app to our system, and then we can start writing code. So in my system I have a folder called code. I write all my code here. All of my projects are in this folder. So I will create a new directory. I will use this command mkdir. Mkdir stands for make directory. After this, whatever you will write, if I am writing iuse, a new directory named iuse will be created in my system. So I will write JavaScript underscore course. So new directory called JavaScript course is created in my directory. In this directory, we can cd. cd means change directory. When I click cd, our terminal, the context of our terminal will go to this directory of our system. As you can see, we are in the JavaScript course directory. Now if now you have to install a code editor in your system. For that we have a lot of code editor, lot of options you can choose from, but for the sake of simplicity we are going with VS Code. VS Code is a widely used code editor. You maybe have used it, maybe not. It is very easy. You just have to download it and and just next, and it will be installed into your system. When it will be installed, you will have a command called code accessible from your terminal. When you write code and after that write dot, your code editor will be opened in this directory. Dot means this directory. When you click enter, as you can see, Visual Studio Code is opened in my system. Maybe I can see if you can see this. Okay, you cannot see this. Okay, now you can see this. So for developing in JavaScript, we need to create a file with JS extension to build something using JavaScript. I will create a new folder in this, and we can name it anything. Let's name it day 1. Then we can create a new file called script.js in this. So finally we have created our new JavaScript file in our code editor, and now we can start developing our apps, or more likely programs. So because we are just starting out. Okay, so for starting out and giving a pet to our back, we are just building a small a small implementation to just print something to our terminal to see that we have done something and something is our setup is complete. Sorry. So for that we have to write console. As you can see, we have autocomplete in this dot log. So function this function, I know you don't know function, but this function, imagine function has to be some worker that will do the work for you, and you don't have to handle the inside of it and how it is working. As when I open it, you can see log, something is happening and it is returning something. So this is it. So after that we have to use double quotes. Double quotes means string. Strings are widely used in JavaScript. You will use it everywhere, almost everywhere, when you will build application using JavaScript. In that string you can write anything. I'm writing my name Ayush, and and we already checked it, but we are now again checking it to check if it is installed in our system. So we will try, let's write node dash v. Here as you can see, it is installed in our system. Node is installed. So what we are going to do, we are going inside this directory for starting out cd day 1. Okay, so for this I have written day, and it was automatically populated in my terminal. For this you have to write 1 2 words of your directory and then press tab, and it will automatically autocomplete. So for to run this file, we have to use this command node, write node, and then we have to write the file of our name, the name of our file, sorry. So we are writing script.js. I press tab again and this is auto completed. And if you don't write this again, this will also run. This is not necessary like writing this. Okay, so when we press enter, as you can see, we are getting Ayush as a result of this. If we change it to something like hello Java script, then again run it, we can see hello JavaScript. So this is how we can set up Node.js in our system, and this is how we can print something from by writing something on our console. Print something to our console by writing it to our file. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for our next videos. Goodbye.